The story begins not with noise, but with absence, a vast emptiness, filled only by the low rustling of leaves, as though nature itself is whispering secrets too old for human ears. Slowly, faint light pushes through the clouds, revealing an endless cemetery where gray headstones stretch in every direction, each one a silent witness to love, loss, and forgotten stories. The sky above is heavy with clouds, swollen with unshed rain, creating an atmosphere so thick with sorrow it feels almost alive. From between the rows of gravestones, a single figure emerges. Marta. Her black coat flutters slightly in the cold breeze, though it clings tightly around her frail frame, as though she's trying to shield herself from the weight of the world pressing against her. Her steps are slow, uncertain, each one heavy as if she is walking through water. In her trembling hands rests a bouquet of lilies, their white petals already beginning to wilt, just like her spirit. Her eyes, red and swollen, drift over the headstones until they land on one. Her knees buckle, and she lowers herself onto the damp grass. With shaking fingers, she traces the carved letters of the name that has haunted her dreams every night since that dreadful day. Alejandro, her husband, her love, her anchor. A voice, almost too weak to hear, slips from her lips. 3 months, Alejandro. 3 long months without you. And yet, every morning I wake and hope it's been a dream, that I'll hear your voice, that I'll find you sitting at the table with your coffee. But no, all I have is this stone and memories that cut me deeper than knives. Tears spill down her cheeks, blurring the world around her until everything becomes a haze of gray. She bows her head, pressing her forehead to the cold stone. The silence of the graveyard presses in, until suddenly it shifts. A shadow stretches across the headstone. Marta blinks, confused. Slowly, she lifts her head. There, just a few feet away, stands a little girl. Her clothes are torn and dirty, her hair tangled, her face smudged with earth. But her eyes are deep, dark pools that seem to hold something older than time itself. Marta gasps softly, a shiver racing through her spine. The girl doesn't speak at first. She simply lifts a small hand and points directly at Alejandro's grave. Her lips part, and when her voice emerges, it's like a whisper carried by the wind. Your husband wants to talk to you. Marta's entire body freezes. Her breath catches in her throat. Her heart pounds so violently it feels like it might shatter her ribs. She turns her head slowly, terrified of what she might see. And there he is. Alejandro. His form glows faintly, translucent, hovering just above the ground. His eyes are filled with pain, but also with urgency. His mouth opens, and though his voice is faint, it carries with it the weight of truth. Marta, listen to me. They are lying to you. Sebastian is not the man you think he is. Marta's lips tremble. She tries to speak, but only a broken sob escapes. She blinks, and in that blink, both Alejandro and the mysterious child vanish. The silence of the cemetery swallows everything once more, leaving Marta gasping, clutching the cold stone as though it were her only tether to reality. That night, she cannot rest. She wanders the echoing halls of her mansion, haunted not just by grief but by Alejandro's words. His portrait hangs in the great hall, larger than life, his painted eyes seeming to follow her every move. For years she found comfort in those eyes. But tonight they accuse her. Tonight they burn with unspoken truths. For days, Marta is restless. The words repeat in her mind until they are no longer whispers, they are thunder. Sebastian is not who you think he is. At last, She gathers her courage. She summons Sebastian to the house. When he arrives, his confidence radiates from him like poison. His suit is pressed, his hair slicked back, his smile wide and polished. To anyone else, he would look like the perfect businessman, the trusted partner Alejandro had once believed him to be. But Marta sees differently now. Beneath the smile lurks something cold, something greedy. They sit at the dinner table, but there is no food, only silence. The air is thick, oppressive. Marta's hands tremble slightly, but she steadies herself as she slides a folder across the polished wood toward him. Alejandro's will. Her voice slices through the silence, sharp and controlled. "Enough, Sebastian. I know what you did." For the first time, his smirk falters. He opens the folder, flipping through the papers. His face tightens as he realizes what she has. "You forged his signature. You altered the contracts. You tried to erase everything Alejandro built so you could take it for yourself." Sebastian's mask finally cracks. He slams his hand down on the table, his eyes flashing with rage. His voice, once smooth and persuasive, is now venomous. "And what if I did? He's gone, Marta, gone. All of this," he gestures around the room, "belongs to me now. You're too weak to stop me." Before Marta can answer, soft footsteps echo across the marble floor. The child, Camila. Her small figure appears in the doorway, her gaze steady, unflinching. She steps forward with a calmness far beyond her years. Her voice is steady, carrying an authority no child should have.
"She speaks the truth. I saw it. Alejandro showed me."
Sebastian's face drains of color. His hands twitch nervously.
You're just a filthy little liar."
He spits, but his voice cracks with fear. Camila does not flinch. Her eyes seem to pierce straight through him, stripping him of every defense. Marta rises from her chair, her grief transformed into fire.
"You will not destroy his legacy, Sebastian. His name will not be drowned in your lies."
Sebastian's desperation twists into violence. He lunges for his jacket and pulls out a gun, his hands trembling, his eyes wild. Marta gasps, frozen in place. But Camila takes a step forward, small, fragile, yet fearless. The light in her eyes glows brighter now, as though Alejandro himself stands within her. She raises her voice, her words striking like thunder.
"He said justice will come. And it is here."
Sebastian stumbles back, his hand shaking violently. His face twists with terror, as if unseen hands are dragging him down. Tears fill his eyes, his grip loosens. The gun slips from his fingers and clatters to the floor. At that moment, blue and red lights flash across the windows. Police storm through the doors, surrounding him. Sebastian's empire of lies collapses in an instant. Months later, the mansion is transformed. Where once there was greed and corruption, there is now hope and renewal. Alejandro's fortune builds schools, funds hospitals, and creates homes for the poor. His legacy blooms like spring after a long winter. One evening, Marta stands in the great hall before Alejandro's portrait. The painted eyes no longer accuse her. They seem peaceful now, almost smiling. At her side stands Camila, her small hand tucked into Marta's. Together they look up at the portrait in silence. Marta's voice is soft but steady.
"We did it, Alejandro. Your truth lives on. Your dream is safe."
The camera pulls back, framing them beneath the towering portrait. The mansion, once filled with lies, now breathes with life again. Children's laughter echoes through the gardens, a sound Alejandro would have loved. And for the first time in months, Marta smiles.